Hello everyone, it's Legend here, and today I want to talk about Skyblock. I made a video on the state of Skyblock, like I think what, month ago, weeks ago, I haven't checked. But overall I came to the conclusion that Hypixel Skyblock at the moment was okay, but it required a lot of fixing before 1.0, and it still does, don't get me wrong. But I did say I think the future for the game is very bright, and suffice to say, there is an alpha change and there is a live update that have proven me right in the wrong way. So the stuff that I talked about that would balance out the game that we need and that need changed haven't happened yet. However, we have gotten other things that have been fantastic and not other things that aren't what I wanted, because I've always wanted balancing, and I think there's some content in this game that needs revamping and kind of sucks right now. So the update we just got was 2 pests and I think that, chocolate factory. Now these are some pretty recent contents, I'd say, like in the grand scheme of things. The pest changes, sure, we can have more of them, it's fine. I don't think pests as a system is bad, so it's like fine. But chocolate factory changes are definitely something that I looked forward to because it sucks. And I know this is gonna sound crazy, on alpha there is major balance changes. Oh my god, I thought it would never come. It's been years since we have gotten actual significant balance changes. Years, by the way, I'm not kidding. Years have been gone, and I don't mean, oh, this terrible pet is now useful. I mean, this overpowered item is now less overpowered, and we're looking forward to balancing the game more. And the post was why Heatran, I don't have the best relationship, or I don't look at him very highly, but I do think it's very, very amazing, that patch. But yeah, so let's talk about the most boring out of the bunch, which is the pest changes. Basically, you can now semi-AFK pests, you can get them in cages, and you can claim them from there, and there's a new pest, there's some new pest gear, and stuff like that. Overall, I think it's fine as additions. It's definitely not something we need. It's like, okay, like I'll take it, but I won't like give any pointers for that. That's like fine. However, with that same update, we got chocolate factory like changes, and really big amounts of them. Basically, there is now a rabbit hitman that lets you just collect chocolate eggs that the hitman gets for you, and you can claim them like this, and surely I get something good. Oh, legendary. Oh, it's a duplicate. That sucks. But you get the point. You get free rabbits, so you don't actually have to go and explore as much. I still assume there's some exclusive ones though. There is also hotspots here. Yeah, the hotspot of a rabbit means that it has a higher chance of getting. There's no one here right now, but it basically means if you're targeting a certain rabbit, you can find them significantly more easier, and I think that is fantastic. So chocolate factory, I'd say it's fixed now. I think it's fine as content. Sure, it still sucks, but it's not as bad as before. But mainly I want to make this video talking about the alpha changes. So I know this is gonna sound crazy, but they fixed Crimson Slash. Yeah, I'm very happy about that. It's that system has always been so bad because, well, I think I could talk about this. It's been like a year. But while I was in Nerds, there were some items that were like meant to be made, or ideas for it, but the scaling was with the same formula as the Crimson Slash, and it ended up not working because the Crimson Slash formula is ass, and it just does not work. So it should deal. It should just deal, like just you said, hits everyone in that path, and it's supposed to deal 100% of your slash damage. But we all know that's not the case. So here I am dealing around 2 million damage, and as soon as I hit the max stacks, it's gonna hit the slash. If I can get the slash, I think I need to hit something that doesn't die immediately, actually. Surely I can see the slash here. Hello? Let me just go hit a flare then. But anyway, the slash does way more damage than it should, and it scales with a lot of things too that it shouldn't. I think that was 7 million there. 5 million, well 6 million basically, whatever that was. And if I put the Warden helmet on, it's gonna like count more. Didn't see any numbers there. 7.7 million, yeah. So basically the slash just does unimaginable horrors on the enemies for no reason. And it scales. I don't know how the formula works right now, but I think it is just that it counts every multiplier again. And that would basically be the answer to that. But I could be wrong. So that's why something like additive damage from a Warden helmet or a Golden Dragon will drastically increase it. So yeah, it's getting fixed. Now the next question is, okay, well, Crimson Slash is getting fixed, but now melee is kind of down again, and I think that's fine, obviously. I very much prefer melee being shit than the game being broken, but they even addressed that. They addressed the fact that melee is bad, and they said they want to revamp it and make changes to it, and that's fantastic. Very much looking forward to that. So yeah, melee is finally not locked behind a single bugged ability, and it's gonna get changed soon. And I think that's fantastic, and I think it's a really good step in the right direction. While it might be not as big as Terminator and Hyperion being overpowered, it is probably the third biggest problem in the game in terms of balancing the Crimson Slash. So I am extremely happy that it's finally getting patched, because I really like this game and I want the game to do well. Anyway, all of the other crude armor sets also got changes. Aurora armor is now like it does like homing missiles, and it did no damage at first, but I think they're changing that to where if you hit enemies, you can stacks, and when you hit enemies, you shoot homing missiles that deal matching damage. That's good. I think Aurora armor was just a stat stick because the ability did nothing, so it's really good to see like an unique ability to it, and it will make it more useful. Now obviously, you know, Aurora is already an insanely overpowered set just because of the Hyperion, but I think this gives them more space with the armor also being strong to actually balance mage out, and I'm hoping they do that. I don't think they talked about that in the post though, but you know, I hope they do. Then Fervor and Hollow got changes. Hollow now has like new spells. I didn't really check them out, but I assume it's good. I don't think they would just add spells that do nothing. Fervor I did try out. It has a stomping attack. At max stacks, it uses stacks to do a stomp. Deals relatively good amounts of damage, like 4 to 5 million. Can clear out, you know, Kudra enemies pretty quickly. But at the same time, it does take 10 stacks, and you could just click your Hyperion. Like in half a second, you deal the same damage with Hyperion. So obviously, I think that's a Hyperion problem, but we'll see. I think it's fine. I think adding some damage is very crucial to making tank better, because tank in a game like Hypixel Skyblock will just not work out. Just tanking hits, unless dungeons, because it actually does something, which is take the damage that other enemies, other players would take. Well, this one's bugged, so we're gonna change lobby here. But lastly, I want to talk about the terror changes that I think are pretty terrible. Yeah, after all of that, and praising the game and glazing the game, I do want to say the terror changes are really bad. They basically made terror better. I just want to have a little bit of silence for that, because as we know, I have a juicy short bow. Terror is the best armor set in the game, no competition at all. And they just decided, hey, let's make it even more powerful. I don't know why, like, the difference between using a terror armor set with Terminator and not using it is like more than 3 times probably with that buff. Right now I'd say it's like 2 times. Like if you go ahead and use like Crimson armor with Terminator, it's not gonna do anything. If you use Max armor, Necron armor, Frozen Blaze, it's not gonna do anything compared to using terror armor. As you can see, I'm dealing this much damage. And the next rotation I'm gonna do without terror. To show you the difference, basically. Terror is insane, and they decided to buff it more. I think Terminator is the main problem, but if Terminator got fixed and changed to deal more damage to enemies with invincibility frames and deal less damage to enemies without, still, then their terror armor would be used as the champion set. because to be fair, GG Shortbow with Terror still clears content so well, just because of how strong, well, GG Shortbow is and how strong Terror is. So I don't think it's something that I'm saying that like I'm dev, can be fixed. But as you can see here, still with the Fatal Tempo Terminator, my damage has been more than halved on the Magma Boss. I'd say probably like 3 times less here. Maybe not, like maybe 2.5. So yeah. Buffing Terror, more terrible decision, but it's fine. With all of the good other stuff, I'm letting that slide because they'll notice how overpowered it is later. If they just look at their own game, which they seem to now be, and actually change stuff, that's already such a win in my book that it's great. Second, some like small changes. Let's end up on those. Boss revamps to Crimson Lance bosses, very good. I'd invest in Molten Cubes right now. If the Magma boss gets revamped, I have around, I think, 100 of those. It's a reforged stone that has existed since reforged stones were made. It drops from a hard boss and it basically gives nothing. It's worse than Titanic, which is a reforge that you get from the blacksmith. I hope Rekindled Ember is gonna be good. I have a guard roll on this. Surely we'll get the finally Rekindled Ember armor's ability fixed after almost 2 years, because we did get Crimson Slash fixed. So you never know. This opens the Pandora's box to good decisions, but yeah. Anyway, what else was there? There was like multiple small changes. I have one in mind, but I won't talk about it last. Well, boss revamps overall I do think is fine. I think Ash Fang is fine. I think it's a bit too long. Duke, Mage Outlaw, and Blade Soul are too easy, and I think Magma Boss is too... well, it stalls. It stalls too much, but it doesn't deal enough damage in my opinion either. Or unique attacks. Oh yeah, Test of Control is gonna be made easier. That's very good. And yeah, I think that's it. So let's talk about something insane. Reputation quests are getting better rewards. Let's go. I've been waiting for it forever, man. I mean, I do care because I do dailies every day. But still, I don't think it's like something I need to do the reputation quests. I don't know if I'll make a video on 400,000 rep, but it's right around the corner. 400,000 is a bit of a goofy number. Maybe I'll do some challenge for it, but I did no armor all the mini bosses last time. I think that's pretty crazy. So I don't know if I can do anything better, like no armor and GG Shortbow maybe, but we'll see. So thanks for watching this video. Hypixel Skyblock doing very good changes, and I'm very proud. And I hope the game like is gonna be having more good changes, because there's a lot of content coming and there's a lot of good balancing coming, and I think with just this alpha I've kind of regained my trust. Now I know not to trust, you know, the devs because sometimes they will just say, okay, well, this weapon's overpowered, but we already nerfed it once, so let's wait 3 years to nerf it again, which by the way hasn't happened yet. I hope it happens in 3 years, because it's been like 2 years for Terminator and Hyperion to be OP. But yeah, thanks for watching this yapping video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.